Hey, what's up guys, it's Yeti here. Welcome back to another video. Today, we will be talking about a very interesting and special topic, ranked system in Valorant. We're gonna first break down the ranked system, and then we're also gonna compare it to other FPS games, and we're gonna compare it to League of Legends, which is Riot's other title. Now, the reason I'm making this video altogether is because we're probably gonna get a ranked system rework at some point in the future. Let me roll a clip here from Riot Morello's stream. He is one of the developers over at Riot who is working on Valorant.
Who can we talk to about the rank system? Sadly, Mark, nobody right now. I know that sucks. So I'm going to be real with y'all. The person who worked on the rank system and from a design standpoint has left the company. Nobody owns the rank system right now. This is a huge problem. We're trying to figure out how to resolve that right now, and the design team's talking about it. So we know so we were talking about it. Here's what I'm going to say is I'm like, most of the questions I get and most of the things I see players having pain with, there's a bunch of agent and gameplay stuff, but we get to talk about that, right? We can talk about it. I can kind of share some of the plans with you. We can discuss it. So there's a back and forth and there's an information flow, right? Ranked is like a huge amount of like players have questions or things they want to see or complaints with how the system works, and we can't do anything about it right now. So it's like we know that happens, so we're trying to fix that in the short term until we can fix it in the long.
All right, so there is currently nobody responsible for the ranking system, which explains a lot. We haven't had any major changes to the system, even though many people have already seen how flawed it is in the beta. So first things first, I'm going to break down the rank system and, just explain how it works. And then I'm going to compare it to Overwatch, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Rainbow Six Siege, and League of Legends. Why have I chosen these games? Well, it's pretty obvious for the first three because they're all competitive FPS shooters that are pretty popular nowadays. And League of Legends because it's another Riot Games video game that they have made. And I think that it's one of the most successful free-to-play competitive games out there. And I think they can learn a lot from it because, yeah, sure, it's not an FPS, but ranks still work similar in some way. So when you're playing Valorant ranked, you have one queue. There's no separate queues for roles or for pre-made and solo queue. And you get a random rank after your first couple of placements. And it is not numerical. There's no number added to it. And it goes from Iron to Immortal. There's also a rank called Radiant, which is the top of the top. And I think it's like around 150 players per region. I think I saw that number on some sort of Riot post. I could be wrong. But overall, it's a very simple system. You don't really know how close you are to either ranking up or down. So you're kind of just rolling the dice every time you're playing. And also for some people, it takes 7 insane 30 kill games to rank up. And some people get a rank up after one game. It's super random. And it's kind of inconsistent. I personally don't mind, and I still play this game every day, all the time. But I do think they have a lot to improve on, with the ranking system. So first of all, let's look at Counter-Strike, because these two games are actually the most similar in terms of the ranking systems. I will say that CSGO system is pretty much the same as Valorant's, except I don't think there's a limited amount of number in Global Elite, which is the highest rank. Another thing that we have to just note real quickly here is that, yeah, nobody really plays Counter-Strike matchmaking. It's not that popular. Most pro players, they play other third-party services, like, for example, Faceit and ESEA, and they actually have, like, their own separate matchmakings there. So that's what players play that really want to improve. Now let's move on to Overwatch, right? Overwatch is a game I used to play a lot. I hit 3,600, which was Masters. Overall, the system is pretty flawed there as well. There used to be no separate roles, support, tank, DPS was all the same. Now I believe they made it so you queue for the specific roles. That's something that Valorant does not need because it's not a role-based game. However, they have it so you can only play duos in Grandmaster Plus. Grandmaster is not the highest rank, so think of it this way, like Immortals, and Radiance can only duo queue. That makes games a lot more fair because playing against a 5-stack of, Immortals it's not going to be fun. I can tell you that. Like, I've been there, done that, and it was not fun. So You know, you can balance the games more by making it only 2 people together max. That could actually potentially work. So that might be something that Valorant will actually borrow from Overwatch. Also, Overwatch has, I believe, resets every 2 months, maybe every 3 months, while Counter-Strike has no resets right now. For Valorant, I actually don't know if they've announced resets or not. Maybe every act, maybe every episode. I do not know right now. Now let's move over to Rainbow Six Siege. For those of you who don't know, again, you have a number plus rank, same as in Overwatch. Most people in this game stack. There is no limitations for, you know, how many players can be together in each rank. And they have this one system that I really want Valorant to steal from this game. Refund from cheaters. So let's say a cheater gets banned after playing 6 games, right? Every elo that has been gained/lost in that game gets refunded to the players. And that's really, really good because it eliminates the effects cheaters have on your MMR, whether it's good or bad. Because let's be honest, it's good. Like, you should not be getting MMR for free because there's a cheater on your team, and you shouldn't be losing it because there's a cheater on the enemy team. It's just really good for the fairness of the game, and it also makes you aware that there are a lot of cheaters out there. So this is actually something I would really like to see added to Valorant. Again, Rainbow Six Siege has, I believe, resets every 2 months. Now, the last game we're going to be comparing Valorant system to is League of Legends. I personally was hoping that this is the system we're going to actually have in Valorant. So let me explain it. You have 2 queues. One is called solo duo queue, and one is called flex queue, right? In solo duo queue, you can either play by yourself or with one more friend, and in flex queue, you play between 1 and 5 players. And it's 2 different ranks as well. Like, let's say I'm diamond in solo queue, but I'm only bronze in flex queue. That is possible. And I think that's very good because, you know, being mechanically gifted and being good as a solo player doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be good as a flex player and vice versa. I think it's more often like, you know, if you're constantly playing with a stack of like 5 insane players, but, you know, you're not mechanically the best, you're going to struggle in solo queue, which is, you know, it's good. You shouldn't have challenger in solo queue if you're challenger in flex. I think that's a really good and healthy system for the, you know, competitive integrity of the game. You also have something called challenger and master, which again is something that, you know, encourages you to play more. These are basically like ranks where you no longer really rank up or rank down. You just kind of like farm points because, you know, players in these these ranks are really good and they all win a lot. So you basically farm more and more points, and then you have like a leaderboard. And we don't have a leaderboard right now in Valorant, so that is another thing I would like to see. Also, League of Legends has annual resets once per year. So yeah, these are the comparisons to the ranking systems. If you guys like any of these systems and you just want them to be copy-pasted into Valorant, let me know in the comment section below. Also, remember to subscribe for more Valorant content and leave a like because it really helps with the algorithm. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Later.
Tell me things, better things I can't erase all